Hey everyone, it's Rachel here from the Shades of Orange, and today I want to share with you my October TBR. Now I haven't done a TBR video in a while. I don't normally do them every month, but like a lot of booktubers, I have plans to read a lot of creepy / scary Halloween type books this month. And so I got a whole bunch from the library and I want to share you what my plans are. Honestly, I'm a little nervous about this month just because I've read virtually no horror in the past, but Halloween and October is really the time to do this, so I just thought I'd, jump in, try a bunch of books, and see how it goes. Now this first book I'm going to show you is the only one that's not a traditional Halloween creepy book, but it's what my book club has chosen for the month of October, so I do need to finish reading it fairly soon. And that is Room by Emma Donoghue. If you don't know about this book, it's told from a 5-year-old's perspective. Him and his mother are held captive by a man, and the little boy has spent his entire life inside this room, and you really get to see the world from his perspective. Honestly, I would not have picked up this book had it not been for my book club. I don't really like naive child perspectives, and this child is incredibly naive, and his speech patterns and communication is really poor, and it's quite grating, but it's not bad. I actually thought it was going to be harder to read than it is, but I'm actually already 1/3 through, so at least it's a very quick read. Hopefully finishes up pretty soon so I can move on to more of the Halloween type stories. Now, even though I've read virtually no horror, I'm incredibly excited to try this one out because the premise just sounds so cool. And that is Horns by Joe Hill. I've never read anything by Stephen King and never read any of Joe Hill's other books. As I understand, this book is about a young man whose girlfriend was murdered, and even though there was no evidence, everyone suspects that he was behind it. And he wakes up one morning and finds that he has started growing horns. It sounds a little bit more mystical fantasy type than other horror books that I've heard about. I'm just really intrigued. I definitely want to try it. I've heard such good things about it. Again, I haven't read a lot of horror, so hopefully this is kind of a good place to start, because the premise just sounds really interesting, so I'm really excited for this one. And the cover is just gorgeous. It's something about reading a really pretty book that's just awesome. Now hopefully I really like Joe Hill, because on top of reading Horns, I also plan on reading 2 of his graphic novels this month, which of course are the Lock and Key series. I picked out volume 1 and 2 from the library. Now from what I've heard, it's creepy and disturbing and is really well rated on BookTube, so I'm just hoping I will enjoy these ones as well. Now this month I also want to start reading the first book for my BookTube Recommends project, and so I decided to start with Luke Lane Reed's recommendation, which is The Last Werewolf by Glenn Duncan. Of course, it's about a werewolf, so I thought it fit in perfectly with Halloween. It's supposed to be a little bit horror, paranormal, and Luke, I know, just absolutely loves it. He gave it 5 stars on Goodreads. Very excited to pick this one up. I have very high expectations about this one. I just have a really good feeling this one might be right up my alley, so I'm really looking forward to it. I do enjoy reading about werewolves. Vampires, I have a more hit and miss relationship with, but werewolves, I don't know, something about it just works for me. The last book I picked out from the library is Shutter Island by Dennis Lehand. This book was recommended to me by a commenter on my video, Katie N. I don't believe she has a BookTube channel of her own to link down below, but she said that from other books that I've read, she thought I'd really enjoy this one, and I've been holding off reading it until Halloween just because it is such a creepy story. I've never seen the movie, know very little about it, which Katie says is the best way to go. She said it's better if you don't know too much going into this one. But really looking forward to picking up. I hope I get to this one. If I don't read in October, hopefully I'll pick it up in November. So that's everything I plan on reading this month. Of course, with TBRs, they tend to have a mind of their own, so who knows what I'll actually read. We'll find out at the end of the month with my wrap-up video. But as always, please let me know your thoughts down below on any of the books I mentioned. Are you guys reading any spooky / creepy books in the month of October? Please let me know what's on your Halloween TBR list, and we'll talk more down below. Thanks. Alright, bye-bye.